the Holyoke Public Library, Holyoke, Massachusetts. Behind me is the side of the library. Now has two different fronts to choose from. The one that faces Maple Street, of course, is the old front, not used anymore, but there's a new front over here on Chestnut Street. Now I'm going to tell you what is available on this tour. I don't give this tour, the library does. Also, there's a tree tour available, and so you're going to be able to see that. Alright, so you can see the beautiful library here. This side is very special. I chose this location so you can see both the old and the modern, and you can see they blend together fairly well. There's a glass partition between them to try to make it look better. Okay, now what can you do inside this park? Well, there's the picnic tables that you have, but also there's a lot of nice trees around it. There's a specialized tree tour that goes around this park, and symbolically we can point to a few of those trees, and especially over here. Now, we're going to point up Chestnut Street, and the reason is two reasons. The tree tour starts here because those trees you see in front of them are cherry blossom trees. So about the 3rd and 4th week of April, they're in full bloom, and that's the only time they bloom. So cherry blossoms are very particular. They don't last long, but they're gorgeous for those 2 weeks. Now behind that is the Masonic Temple, built in 1920 as a third Masonic location in Holyoke, and beyond that is a Presbyterian church, and they're also both of them quite gorgeous on the outside and pretty good on the inside. Now we're going to point next to what's called the Essex, and this is a residential place. It's not open right now, but you can see it used to be quite gorgeous. It has very particular architectural features to it. It was made in 1888 on Essex Street and Chestnut Street. Now up Essex Street, this is now a new district on the historical register as of this year. So starting at this block and going for 3 blocks upwards, it's a new historic district. But for us, we can see the corner is a new building, and what happens is Wayfinders built themselves a place for low-income people to have homes. The Chestnut and the Roundoff starts off the apartment, it blends into the modern part, and then it includes the next part upwards, which is the old Providence Hospital Nursing School. They've three buildings been rehabbed and one new one put in place. Now across the street from us is the old Massasoit apartment complex. It has a name and the Indian in the distance against the wall. The Massasoit sadly burned down at some point. And then we're going to see across this way is the old Elks, and they moved up to Whitney Avenue in 1977, I believe, but this was their old home. And from this position right here, you have about a half of the tour done. Of course, the tour should take an hour, and if you take that block, that's the only detour on this tour, which is a rectangular tour around C block, but only one detour. They go down to the north up Maple Street in order to go see the old library, which is now the War Memorial Building, which was a library only when it was Appleton School before that War Memorial. And you can also see the Second Congregational Church. But in the distance, you can see the old American Telephone and Telegraph Company as an Art Deco building. So I hope you come on this tour because you get to see lots of really features along the way. Thank you very much.